What if I told you there's a number that appears in places it shouldn't? A number whispered in ancient texts, carved into forgotten ruins, lurking in tragedies and disasters throughout history. Some believe it's just superstition, while others fear it's something more. An omen, a curse, or even a message from an unseen force. That number is 666. But what if I told you that once you notice it, it starts noticing you? For centuries, the number 666 has been feared as the number of the beast, a symbol of something dark waiting to emerge. But what if this number isn't just a concept? What if it has power? Some claim that 666 doesn't just appear randomly. It follows people, attaches itself to them, and brings something with it. There are stories of people who encountered this number in their daily lives, on receipts, hotel room doors, phone numbers, only to suffer nightmares, hallucinations, and even death. Could it all be a coincidence, or is there something watching from behind the veil, waiting for you to notice? In the Bible's book of Revelation, 666 is described as the number of the beast. Revelation 13:18 states, "This calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. But who or what does that really mean? Some believe it was a coded reference to the Roman Emperor Nero, a brutal ruler whose name, when translated into Hebrew numerology, adds up to 666. Nero was infamous for persecuting early Christians, executing them in horrific ways, and even being suspected of setting fire to Rome. If the book of Revelation was written during a time of Christian oppression, could this verse have been an encoded warning about a tyrant already in power? Others believe it's not just a historical reference, but a prophecy, a warning about a future world leader who will rise, deceive the masses, and establish a system of absolute control. Some scholars argue that the number of a man doesn't refer to a single person, but rather a symbol of an empire, a system, or a dark force working behind the scenes. If true, then 666 might be more than just a name. It could be a hidden marker of something far more sinister, something woven into history, politics, and power itself. But here's where things get unsettling. Some biblical texts and manuscripts suggest that the original number wasn't 666 at all, but 616. An early papyrus fragment of Revelation discovered in 2005 contained 616 instead of 666, raising the question, have we been focused on the wrong number all along? If 616 was the true number of the beast, why did 666 become infamous? Could this mean there are multiple numbers, multiple figures, multiple forces at work? Or, even more disturbing, could the change have been deliberate, meant to mislead us, to make us fear one number while the real danger lurks unnoticed? But this isn't just about the Bible. 666 has been linked to real-world disasters, eerie coincidences, and even patterns in technology. Or that Ronald Wilson Reagan, the 40th President of the United States, had 6 letters in each of his 3 names, 666. And the patterns don't stop there. Some have pointed out that the number appears in stock market crashes, national crises, and even global economic systems. But what happens when people become obsessed with 666? There are chilling stories of individuals who fixated on the number, only to spiral into paranoia, madness, or worse. There's the terrifying case of a man who kept seeing 666 everywhere. On his receipts, his bank statements, even the license plate of a car that nearly ran him over. The paranoia consumed him, and he became convinced that something was trying to reach him. He started having violent nightmares, hearing whispers when he was alone. And then, one night, he woke up to find a set of numbers carved into his skin, 666. He lived in fear until the day he was found dead in his apartment. The official cause was listed as natural, but those who knew him said his face was frozen in a look of absolute terror. But perhaps the most disturbing case involves the children born on June 6, 2006. A handful of these children, now nearly 20, have reported experiencing the same nightmares, hearing the same voices, seeing the same shadowy figures lurking just out of sight. Some have suffered from violent outbursts, episodes of missing time, and inexplicable knowledge of languages they were never taught. A few have even disappeared without a trace, as if they were claimed by something no one can explain. Some believe 666 is a symbol of a force waiting to be unleashed. Others claim it is already here, operating through global systems, technology, and finance. Early versions of barcodes contained markings that eerily resembled 666, leading some to believe that we've already been branded, marked, and tracked without knowing it. And then there's 666 Fifth Avenue in New York, a building linked to high-profile financial deals, secret meetings, and strange disappearances. Is it just a number, or a sign of something hidden in plain sight? Then there's the strange case of the cursed phone number ending in 666. In Bulgaria, a phone number linked to several mysterious deaths was permanently deactivated. Every person who owned the number reportedly died, some in car accidents, others from sudden illness, and one in a brutal assassination. The company refused to issue the number ever again, but perhaps the most terrifying thought is this. What if 666 is not just a number, but a signal? Some believe that every time 666 appears, it is an attempt by something beyond our world to break through, to reach us, or to make its presence known. And what if you've already been marked? Some say that the moment you start noticing 666, it starts noticing you. That the more you read about it, the more it will appear in your life, on clocks, in receipts, on license plates. A mere coincidence, or a sign that something is getting closer. So tell me, have you ever encountered 666 in an unusual way? And if you have, are you sure it was just a coincidence? Comment below if you've ever had a strange experience with the number 666.